It's the Friday Night Wrap with Peet and Reet, and of course today a big day, Remembrance Day in Canada and Veterans Day in the United States of America. And you know what we say in Canada is lest we forget, and let's not. I mean, young people, I know you haven't been touched by, you've heard of wars that are offshore, Afghanistan and things like that, but these people, men and women, brave, went out and fought for our freedom, still fighting for our freedom.
I cannot believe in this day and age that there are some young people out there that don't know what Remembrance Day is all about, and they don't respect that 11 o'clock silence. You know, even to this day, I'm always telling people, come on, it's Remembrance Day at 11 o'clock, have some respect.
And you know, nobody likes war. Unfortunately,
Horrible.
It's a horrible thing, and it was disgusting back then in World War II and World War One. Not that it's any better now, but I mean, those people were in trenches, and it was horrible, laying in mud, and anyways,
Losing friends, loved
body
ones.
parts, and you know, nobody wants to think about it, but that's what they did, so that we can sit here and do shows like this. You can have and go on trips and enjoy food and houses and freedom. And we thank those people for their sacrifices on this day.
Absolutely.
So, God bless them as well. We had such a great time on Monday.
Yes, we did.
We got a chance to see and to speak to and go to dinner with Rich Little.
Yes.
And for those of you who are younger, you won't know who Rich Little is, but trust me, get on YouTube, check him out, and then go back and look at some of the old stars. I mean, Dean Martin, Johnny Carson, you name it. This guy, he wasn't just impersonating them, he was them.
Oh yeah, like Ronald Reagan, people like that. You thought he was that character. You thought he was that person. And still to this day, I had the pleasure of going out to his show. And oh my gosh, to this day, he's funny, he's really witty. Oh my gosh. And he just stood there and did these faces and sang. Like, I didn't realize he could sing that well, especially in character. And he really does an awesome job.
And then he could go from one voice to the next by just taking out a little bit of bass and changing the accent as he was talking, and then talk back.
Flip
I mean,
it.
it just take a lot. And he's 77 years old. Just an amazing, wonderful person to be around.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun.
He did Kathleen Hepburn, and
did he really?
Yeah, he did her and Henry Fonda from On Golden Pond. If you've never seen that movie, you got to watch it. It's a fabulous movie, and Jane Fonda was in that movie as well. But he did that, flipped back and forth doing a thing. He did Kermit the Frog, of course, and it was wonderful.
Did he do Jim Carrey?
He did not do Jim, but he did have a clip of Jim.
Yeah. Back when Jim was working with him, they were doing a duet.
Yes, and it was
Archie Bunker and Edith, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It was so funny to watch because Jim looked so young in it. And so did Rich, actually.
He looks super young. He doesn't even look like him,
I know.
right?
He looks like he was 19. It's pretty hilarious.
So we did a show, and you're going to be able to see that show, I believe, next week or the week after. We'll let you know. And it's a great show. It's 4 or 5 minute segments, and he does impersonations. He's funny.
He's so candid. That's what I loved about him. He was just in his hotel suite talking to us, and so candid, so down to earth, and just a really nice guy.
You will love the interview. And by the way, Little by Little is the book that he has out now. And
you can get it on Amazon.
Just to tell you how humble he was, he thought, I'm not going to sell many books. I'm only going to get sold out, gone. You can't get it.
He said he brought
the last one.
He brought a couple hundred for the last 3 shows and sold out of all of them.
Yeah. So if you're looking, I believe you can go on Amazon and find it.
Yes, you can.
They're going to have to get some more because I know he had not too many.
Yeah.
Election.
Oh.
No surprise to us.
No, I was, halfway through going, wow, I don't know, Hillary may pull this off. But the American people spoke, and Donald is it.
Listen, it's about change. It's not about those two people. It's way, way, way bigger than that. People in the middle class and below have said, look, we can't survive like this. You don't care about us anymore. We got no place to go.
They need change.
This is the only person who consistently said, I'm going to give your jobs back. I'm going to protect your jobs. I'm going to protect your country. I'm going to go after ISIS. Every single time he opened his mouth, he stayed on platform and never changed from it, never
now,
wavered.
Now let's see if he can get any of that done, because that's really, truthfully, is a figurehead, and Congress is going to be the ones, or the Senate is going to be the ones that really run the show.
All Republican, but we'll see if they're going to back him, because he had a lot of people pull off on him.
Yeah.
You're still hearing the garbage about it.
Negative.
And people are still fighting. Look, stop fighting. Stop
Yeah.
rioting.
It is what it is now. It's done.
Yeah.
Get over it. Let's move forward.
And there's you see where women are destroyed and heartbroken and don't know. Look, did Trump ever say, if I get in, women, you have no more rights? Did he ever?
No,
did he say
no, he
that
didn't.
at all? No, he did not ever.
You know the uprising there would be if that happened?
Oh, please.
Come on.
Please.
I think we have a little bit more going for us women than worrying about him. I think we could stand together, united, if that ever happened.
Now, 37% of the people that voted were white women. 53% of those voted for Trump. 43% of those voted for Hillary. Does that tell you something? It's not. It's way, way bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's about a country that is falling and breaking apart.
No, I'm kind of worried, because we wanted change and we ended up with Trudeau,
Oh,
and that didn't work out that well. So I'm kind of worried about them down there. Our neighbors to the south.
boy.
So we'll see.
What about, and I hear all this stuff about Trump. So let's go through the list of Trump characteristics. Okay. So on the one side, you've got liar, tax evader, racist, rapist, groper, sexual assaulter, nasty, mean, conceited, uncaring, misogynist. Now, first of all, misogynist, right? Really? That means he doesn't like women. He loves women. He loves women.
He's had a few beautiful women in his lifetime.
And he's got a gorgeous wife who's going to make an incredible first lady. Xenophobe, okay? He doesn't like people from other countries. Come on, he's got businesses all around the world. He hires people from everywhere. Not qualified, no experience. On the other side, he's the president-elect. And that says it all, right?
It does say it all. And we're going to hold it there on the Peet Reet Show and come back and do a little more talking.
On the Friday Wrap, and we'll be talking about Wynne's response. All the time.
It's the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet, and continuation of the Friday Wrap. Because
on this Remembrance Day and Veterans Day.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're talking about Wynne, Kathleen Wynne, and her response to the election.
You know what? She's embarrassing. Like, she really doesn't get it. Now, here's a lady. I mean, keep in mind that she went to New York back in the summer.
Right.
Remember? We talked about this on Friday Wrap. And she was discussing Trump and how terrible he was.
Right.
Now, she's got no place getting involved in the U.S. election, especially when our biggest trading partner is the states in Ontario. Just keep in mind that maybe you should shut your mouth and stay out of it, okay?
We want to keep them as friends, allies.
So, when she was asked about her comments regarding the election the next morning, she said, and I will read it,
okay.
The task of shattering glass ceilings just got harder after Clinton loses. Now, she's talking about women not being able to be president, okay?
Come on, it's not a men-women issue here.
Not at all.
Who was the best for the job, or what the American people said was the best for the job. So it has nothing. Don't make it a men-women thing.
So she said she wished Clinton was the first female president because it would have inspired young women. And so once we inspired the young women, what about the problems we needed to solve? What about a country that was divided and has to be brought together and changed, and the economy has to be turned around, the military has to be turned around, where they're spending money in the military around the world and who they're associating with has to be fixed.
I think that's insulting to all the women out there that have high-powered positions right now in government and in business, who own their own companies and strive to help younger women, and in colleges and universities, smart women, intelligent women. That's insulting to all of them.
Yeah, you know what? She made it to Secretary of State. Is that not the third in command?
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, okay? So she made it up to there. She didn't make it to president. And that's what this is all about. She didn't make it to president. There are no... All those walls have been dissolved. Women can work and get to wherever they want. And you know what? It's the best person for the job. Listen, I'll tell you right now. The Prime Minister in Australia, you are doing one heck of a job. She's saying it like it is, and she's doing what should be done down there. Great job. So she shattered the glass ceiling. There's one for you. Ms. Wynne, or whatever we're going to call her, Premier Wynne, you shattered it here. You're the first woman premier in Ontario, and you're doing a lousy job. So what are you doing for Wynne? Giving him a bad name? That's the way I look at it. I want to get somebody that cares, that has empathy.
Who knows what's going on? She's just not in the same league as everybody else here. It's like she's way up here and we're just the bottom feeders, and that's all of Ontario.
Yeah.
And
then here's the best. Here is the absolute best. She's blaming Trump on the possibility of our economy crashing. Now, first of all, he's not even the president yet.
Try and divert from what you've done to this country and this province. Try and divert. Wow.
Yeah,
if that's not a spin on something I've ever heard, come on.
Total deflection.
Total
deflection. TFP of politicians. Total deflection for politicians. I can't believe it. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about her anymore because I don't feel well.
Oh, yes, you poor man. Had your gallbladder out?
I had my gallbladder out, so I spent some time with you guys, my wife and your husband and Rich and his crew. We had Chuck and, of course, Laura, who's his road manager. We had a great time, great interview.
Had dinner, which you can only eat certain things.
I'm watching you guys eat this amazing steak at Ruth Chris in Niagara Falls.
I had lobster.
With an unbelievable plate. And you're eating lobster, and I'm sitting there going,
but you had salmon. That was a beautiful dinner.
Piece, but when you're looking at like the best steak ever.
Yeah. It's not the same.
But I knew that if I ate that, I was going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Next morning, I got up at 4 and I was in the hospital at 6, surgery at 8.
So tell me, you should have had Diane on here with us because I want to know from her, is your baby?
You know what? I'll be honest, because I was told it was like 4 holes, which it is. It's 4 holes, okay? A couple here, 1 through the belly button. When I woke up, in the recovery, honestly,
You were hit by a Mack truck?
I was hit by a Mack truck or 2 maybe, and then they threw me back out there for another run over because it was bad. And they gave me a little bit of pain. I didn't, I never expected 4 holes, a little bit of air in there. It's going to be a problem because they put
gas.
CO2 in, right? The last couple of days have been really brutal, and you know what? I don't like drugs, and they were giving me stuff with codeine at first, and I said I don't like this feeling.
Upset your stomach more.
So I let that go and toughed it up.
Well, you're here.
I'm here.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing on Remembrance Day.
On
good
Remembrance
to have
Day.
you here. Anyway.
And thanks for Dr. Kobalecki taking really good care of me and the crew down there. So
awesome.
I'm sure I'm feeling better today. But the ride over here to Studio J1 was a little rough. Every bump was kind of.
You gonna lay down in the back on the way back?
Let's keep in mind it is Remembrance Day, Remembrance Day weekend, and every day we should remember what our soldiers and people
did for us.
And listen, you have yourself a blessed weekend. We'll see you next week on the Friday Wrap with Peet Reet. Yeah, but the other thing that people don't realize is that you actually push on a bottle and have gas all the time, so it keeps coming from either end because it's just kind of free flowing, going wherever it wants to go.
You're moving up.
I'm lucky it didn't happen, so you folks out there couldn't have heard it.
Well, that would have made a special show.
Yeah, exactly.